scenes and sources.
Scenes and sources. Okay.
Right, the scenes.
Yeah, it's about a 3 or 4 year old laptop, and over time it got slow.
Here's what started this big mess. Windows 365.
Yeah, sir, I tried, but it's not working. Same, sir. I have put your mail across stating that.
Quite annoying. And most any time that I try to use my computer, I'm plagued with pop-ups.
Is that the only way that you can run the new Office? Is web-based
No.
programs?
Is somebody starting to snore?
You're boring, Doug. Sorry.
Good morning, October 23rd on a Wednesday. It's 9 o'clock and 58 seconds in the AM.
Official Tim Tech said, hello, DougBetts.
Hello, Tim. And I will come over here and change participant mode so that anybody can chat. And I will let you know that I have a redirect set up for Kerry Holzman.
John Williams said, hello, Doug.
Hello, John. Hello, Oystein. New BIOS released today from Minis Forum, G7PT to enable NVMe RAID. Let's test it. I'm really interested in this RAID on these mini computers. I'm that sicko. And then we'll come over here to chat and let's turn that guy on. Oh, actually, before I do that, I need to go check and see what's going on now with this advertising thing. I'm going to bring up this button because yesterday this button was not working. Ad break right here. And I see right here there's nothing in this field. And before I started the show, I wasn't able to select anything. So that makes me think it's still going to fail. And then I'm going to do a little adjustment and see if that'll fix it. So down in the bottom left corner, we should see the ad break symbol come up if it works. And it did not work. So then if I click on it, I can make it work, but what I'd rather do is get it working correctly. So let's try this. If I do add new, what does it do? Choose your account, Live Windows Training, Elgato Stream Deck, continue, give it a check mark to allow it access to my account, account added, continue to Stream Deck, open Stream Deck, and let's see, does it say, yeah, latest. That's what it's supposed to say there is latest. So now I will try that again with just the ad break button, not the chapter marker. And I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Well, Baby Beast is just kind of stuck. I don't know what it's doing. Here it's just stuck on this. At the beginning, it's still playing the trailer. And it was, did it ever stick at the 19 seconds? I can't tell how far it is because it's not 19 seconds. It's the minus sign. Oh, that's the bumper. That's not the trailer. Duh. All right, but, oh, I need to click live and see if that gets up there. So this is troubleshooting, right? It's qualified for my channel, but I still don't see anything going on there. So I'm going to try again. The ad break chapter marker and the ad break button. Still not there. I know the chapter marker showed up in chat, but until I see this down here, when I manually inserted, it still did not work. Troubleshooting, how far and am I willing to go troubleshooting on this latest? Let's say 532 to actually pick that one. There's nothing to do to save that. There is no save command.
Official Tim Tech said, I see Baby Beast has an update available.
Baby Beast has update available. Let's see. Yes, it is. It is. He saw the orange button down here. Yellow indicator. Device needs to restart to install updates. Good catch. Good eye. Now, I'm going to try this again. Then we're going to get past this. I still don't see an ad break. Oh, well, that's because the ad is still running. All right, let's move on. Get out of here. That's enough of that. Let's come back to chat. Because I got to say hello to Frankie B. Thank you to Frankie B for this super sticker. It's a super sticker when it's got this animated sticker and he doesn't have any chat. Super chat is where you can type in the message. It seems like it's been a while since I've had one of these or much of anything. Thank you so much. I very much appreciate that. You have made my day with that. Frankie B says, I like the music video. When I first read this before the show started, I thought it said I like the music. And I thought, well, what about my family vacation? Didn't you like that? But then I realized later I saw, oh, music video. So he's including the video. All right. And some other people, Alice saying the cool trailer. Let's see, are there the mentions about the trailer? It says a family vacation, 1973 when I was 15 years old with long hair, as long as it ever got. And there is a link in the description of this video if you want to go watch that trailer later. So hello, everybody. Oh, 24H2. I guess we got to go find out, Tim, if that is 24H2. Update settings, because I did say that I wanted updates as soon as they're available. No, cumulative update preview for 23H2. Oh, see, I normally don't do the previews because I usually have this turned off. I don't like doing the previews. So no, that's not the preview. If I turn this off, will that reject that? If I pause for a week, will that reject it? I think that'll reject it. Pause for a week. I don't want the preview updates. No, other people can test that. I'm not going to be the test dummy, crash dummy. Okay, I'm going to go to my topics that I have lined up. If there's any questions in chat, be sure to get me a speaker bot on that. If you see somebody new in chat, you'll recognize them because they're not blue and they have a question, or even if they don't have a question, give me a speaker bot if I don't catch them because I want to say hello. Live commentary, done that. Mini computer at desk cable management photos. I have pictures from a client's office for you. Let me go grab those here. So what I was doing here is mounting a mini computer on the back of a monitor. Now this is the first time that I've mounted one on a monitor that's actually on one of these arms. Previously I've mounted them straight onto the VESA mounts on the monitor because it was on a normal monitor stand. Some of the other types of mini computer mounts have a bracket that will screw into the monitor and then receiver holes for the display arm, whatever, the desk arm, so that the computer is actually sandwiched between them. I kind of think I like this better because it's easier to remove the computer. Now I tried it on this. When I was mounting them directly onto the back, I would just hang them off the top screws and it would just fit on the back of the monitor right here. So when I saw this, I thought, how am I going to do this? Because there's two screws on the back of the bracket and I could hang it off the left side or off the top or off the right side or off the bottom. The things that I was contemplating about is where are the wires and where is the power button? In this case, the power button is on the top over here. And I figured, well, this mounting position would make it easiest for the person to reach over and press the power button. But then I thought, well, this is kind of ugly because the wires are coming out this direction and the people the guests, the visitors, the clients of this attorney would be sitting in the chairs that are about where I'm standing right now. And they would see that wiring mess. So I moved it. But here I got a close-up photo to show you what connections are. There's two HDMI and Ethernet, two USBs, and the power cable that are going to all connect there. And then here's how it connects. And then here's the other issue is this bracket that is screwed onto the bottom of the computer. This bracket could be slipped underneath the arm mounting bracket. Now doing that means in order to take it off, I take off both of these screws and then would slide it out from behind. And that seems okay. So I was intrigued with that idea. And here's the power button. There's the speakers or headset and a couple more USB ports. Right arrow key. So what I wound up doing is putting it on the bottom. I considered mounting it on the right side, but I wound up not liking that because the power button would have been down here on the bottom of the right side. So I didn't like that. This way the wires are coming down off the bottom. I wasn't real crazy about that because they'd be visible from underneath the monitor there. Let's see, do I? Oh yeah, from underneath the monitor there. And then let's go on. So there's the way it looks where it's mounted. And at this point, I still have the bracket on top of the mounting arm. I think I put it underneath eventually. Now, well, I guess not. So here's where the wires are connected. So there's USB cables coming from the top. Here's the wire going to the speakers. There's a wire going to each of the 2 monitors, and then the Ethernet, and then that would be a USB cable going to the ScanSnap scanner. I have the wires running into the cable management sheath on this arm. And then here's another view of that. Now I wound up trying to make these wires a little bit tighter. The problem is there wasn't enough space in here to loop those wires around inside here. So I got it cleaned up a little bit better than it is right here. But this is how it was at this point, trying to reduce the amount of cables that are visible to visitors and visible to my client. Taking a look at chat to see what's going on. Yeah, I have Velcros and hook loop. I got lots of fasteners for cable management. I saw Greg M mentioning that. Let's see, I'm going to try hitting an ad break here because this has still got to go for a while. Well, no, actually, no, there's a natural break up here. This is one of our speakers down here. It looks really huge. It's not that big. Then this arm over here also has some cable management. You can see I've got one wire going through there. And here's a bottom view of that one. And you can see these ones on the bottom, there's an actual screw right there and there's a screw there. So I had to unscrew those to gain access to that. This is the monitor this is the other monitor. There on the right side, you see the monitor that has the computer hanging off the back of it. The top cable management just snaps off. And here's a view of the bottom one. I think it does not make sense to unscrew these because there's a gap here, there's a gap here, and there's a gap here, and there just isn't all that much space. So just running the wires by inserting them through these slits, I think now is the preferable way to go. But I was trying to get more cable sandwiched up in there. So here I think is about all as good as it got. Then here's the way that it looks from the front. Now here you see 3 error messages. Now we're going to do the ad break because now we're going to go into the next segment, I think. Is that the last one on that? Yeah, that's the last one on that. So here comes an ad break. But did that actually do a break? Yes, Baby Beast is showing an ad. So I think that did work that time. Okay. So then we're going to go into this next segment, and that is in my notes here, troubleshoot error parsing return error 8000 and 4005. There's got to be a way to pronounce those numbers that was easier because that's like 8000 is right there. 4005 is right there. So 8000 concatenate 4005. I don't know. Let's not get hung up on that, Doug. Yeah, because we know Doug would do that. So here's 3 error messages that are coming up. Now, the way that I set up this computer is I configured it all on a prototype computer. I did a backup, image backup, and then I restored that image to this physical computer here. And then I took it out to the office and mounted it on the computer, and it just came right up with all the adjustments that were needed. A little more to that story, but basically reduce the amount of time that I need on site for configuring the computer. But it came up with this error message that I have not had before. So here is a troubleshooting process for getting through this. Here's what the 3 error messages are. SSH Cloud Monitor XE Register SSH main. I had reason to believe that this is related to the ScanSnap device because the here, because of this down here. See, these are all ScanSnap icons. Excuse me. But these are error parsing, Microsoft.NET Framework with the version number config, machine config. All of them are this machine config issue. So I started with my troubleshooting through the ScanSnap direction. Here I was doing, I did an uninstall and then reinstall of ScanSnap Home, and I'm still getting machine.config error messages even during the install. I think that was during the install. I used, had done an uninstall first and then an install. So now here I'm using Revo Uninstaller to uninstall ScanSnap Home. It's highlighted over here. And it does first its uninstall using the Install Shield wizard. And during that, got another configuration error, machine.config. Performing initial analysis and uninstall for ScanSnap. We get a few more screens of that to show how this goes. Here you have to select all of these items. I click the select all button. And then this has caught me many times. So I just go straight to the next button. You have to click the delete button before you go on to next. Are you sure you want to skip the deletion? No, I don't want to do that. So I click no there and go back and hit the delete button. That just always seems to get past me. Are you sure you want to delete the selected items? Yes. And then finish. Oh, well, here I'm going to another finish button and I didn't catch, well, I got to do another select all because this is a different portion of the uninstaller. So I need to select all these leftover files and folders. So then I go select them all and then click delete. Are you sure you want to delete? Selected, but remaining files will be deleted during the next system restart. Okay. And then here's another one. Select all of these and delete them. Are you sure you want to delete the selected items? Yes. Selected, but remaining files. Oh, no, here's, oh, I guess I went on to this without doing the delete button here. Because it just seems natural to select all the items and then click next. So where is this? So is that done yet? At any point, I did get them all done and then restarted the computer. And then I'm still getting these machine.config. So now it's time to leave the, well, no, I got one more level to go with ScanSnap. I go to the ScanSnap website and I find that they do have a clean uninstaller. So I download that. And I used that to completely uninstall their product. It says successfully removed. And I have to remove each of these 3 items individually. Successfully removed. And there's the third one. And then I'm reinstalling ScanSnap and I'm getting the parsing errors again. Not done yet. Now what I find, I go do some Google searching about this machine.config, actually doing Google searches for the errors that come up. Monday night armchair quarterbacking would say, Doug, you should have done that first. But that is Monday night armchair quarterbacking. You don't know what the correct path, the most efficient path to troubleshooting is going to be until you have found the problem. So I typically go through the troubleshooting as the problem is presented to me, and then I go outside the box, go looking elsewhere. You could make the argument that those error messages were being presented and I could have, would have, should have gone straight to them, and that would have been the more efficient way to go. So searching for machine.config, it says machine.config is corrupt. So this problem could happen to other people with other software, not ScanSnap. This might wind up becoming a searchable topic on my channel. So you'll find out tomorrow, if you look at today's video, you'll find the title has changed, the thumbnail has changed, and it's probably focusing on this issue. Using a command prompt, here's the instructions how to get to it. It's pretty simple. We don't need to really read through all of that. Basically, what it is deleting the machine.config file and then copying a file called machine.config.default to machine.config. So here's another screen basically saying the same thing. And then here's the folder where that actually happens. So we delete machine.config, copy this file and paste it, and then the pasted copy, change the name of it so that it is machine.config. And then as soon as I did that, boom, ScanSnap comes up. It gives me the security warning. Do I want to allow ScanSnap home monitor? I clicked allow, and then ScanSnap is showing up in the system tray. And then we got ScanSnap has been successfully connected. And I didn't even notice this until this morning, but their connection here, they have a little heart. That's cute. And that is the end of those pictures. That's the end of that story. Let's hit an ad break. And I'm going to watch this screen and see if it actually tells me here that an ad is inserted. No, but an ad is running on Baby Beast. So I guess I don't get that ad inserted message over there. There you see the ad running. Okay, so now I know. That is all of that. Then, how are we doing? 9:21. Let's take a quick pop over to chat, see if you're trying to yell at me and get my attention about anything. I haven't heard a speaker bot for a while. Let's see, if I search for an exclamation mark, that's how I can see quickly if there's a speaker bot. Oh, that's going to take me through too many stuff. Oh, well. You're not screaming at me that it's broken, so I'll assume it's still working. I will be reading through these later. I'm going to move along because there's nothing hit me in orange there. Oh, hey, you know what? I've been wanting to try something. Can you do, particularly if you're on a cell phone, and I think Ken Stout might be watching on a cell phone. He's up here in chat, but I think he might be on a cell phone today. Doing the at mentions in chat on a cell phone is really difficult because it will not show you a suggestion. You have to type out the full name correctly. So like you can't just click on it. Now what I was wondering is, can you use my acronym LWTDB? Will that? Yeah, it didn't turn up in orange, so I don't think so. If somebody else wants to try that, at LWTDB, because that is the valid channel name for my channel. Doesn't look to me like it'll put me in orange, because that would make it easier for somebody on a cell phone. All right. Hardware info. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. Where is it? Come up. There it is. See, somebody get it. Yeah, Zvi Minor says it did not work. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I see that he did try to do it, so it doesn't work. I'm wanting to figure out in hardware info, what I want to do is do some logging, but not of all of this stuff. Now, I know I can go into settings, layout, and I can delete sections that I don't want to track. So I could go down to the bottom of this. This is not actually one of the sections that I want to cut out. Well, this is not working the way I thought it would. But anyway, click on one item and then shift click somewhere else, turn off monitoring, turn off show, and then those items no longer show and will not be monitored. They will not be logged. I want to be able to copy that configuration from one computer to another, and I have not been able to figure out how to do it. I haven't done a whole lot of research on it yet, but if anybody knows how to do that, that would be just great to let me know that. Okay, here comes an ad break. Follow up from Pineapple Road. I'm going to go set up the emails for that, and I have to block them properly.
Read chat, please.
I'll come to chat here. XX11. He's telling me to go look at 11 a.m. If you want to speed up and get the 24H2 update, I don't. I'm not going to. I want to receive it when Windows Update gives it to me. But I want Windows Update to give it to me as soon as it is available for my computer. That's what I was trying to do. I do not want to go do a registry group policy editor. I have looked at that. I do not want to do that way either. I want Windows Update, the way it is programmed to operate, to do that. I don't want to go around doing a other backdoor ways of accomplishing it. So thank you for that, but no. For other people, sure. If anyone else wants to do that, that's fine. I don't care for the idea myself. I'd rather let Windows Update do it. Doug, is that really you in the old footage? Yes, it is. No, and I have not covered that because nobody has asked. I had an allergy to shirts. That's why I wasn't wearing a shirt in most of that video. Doug, really? Yeah. So, yeah, that was me and my younger brother, Bob. And I kind of thought that was a fun video. But then that's me. Where was I at? I was trying to go on to next subject. Pineapple Road. That's what I was trying to set up. Jumping around too quickly there. It's because I diverted. I shouldn't have diverted. I'm checking because there's a point at which I need to stop scrolling. Yeah, this one is safe all the way through, except for the top. Again, you apologize for the length of the email. It is long and it is a bit off topic. It's not really in line with the topic of my channel. So I'm going to display it. If you're interested, you can go back and read through it later. The part that I am going to read through is at the bottom of this email. And then we have a second email to go on to. Now here where he says a cover over the port has to be slid upwards. This cover right here, you slide that up and that gives you access to an RJ11 port. He's showing the faceplate removed. This port here kind of starts to look like an RJ11, but it's not. The conductors are here. And it has a clip on the side. That's for a test device. And that filter that we looked at yesterday, it actually plugs into there. So it's not the normal kind of DSL filter that we have or used to have here in the US of A for DSL. This piece down here at the bottom, I thought might be of interest to people. And I'm not reading through all this because it's not really computer troubleshooting. Just in case anyone is unfamiliar with the abbreviations I use, this is what they need. Fiber to the premises, fiber to the home, fiber to the cabinet. I suspect that anybody who has gone through actually ordering fiber may have been aware of those, but I was not aware of those. I've never had a reason to care. And BT was for British Telecom, and I was guessing that before he actually said that. And then he said the engineer left after the router was plugged in and connected up, and the engineer said it could take a few hours for it to set itself up. The thing I find particularly strange, and the reason why I was a bit hesitant to try a reboot sooner, is there appeared to be activity on the WAN interface. When I was looking around in the local admin interface, the router indicated it had a public IP address but no connection to the internet. So those were the reasons why he let it go kind of longer than probably what most of us would do. And then the other thing is, he told us that it was 8 or 9 hours later that he restarted it. Now, for all we know, he was engaged in doing other things and not really too eager. If I see something like that going half hour or an hour, I'm gonna go ahead and reboot it if I care. If I don't care, if I'm off doing other things, then I'll just wait till later and see if it ever comes up. I've done that many times in various different environments. So he's just giving us those clarifications when we were asking about, why did you wait so long? And thank you for doing that. And then I'm going to go to another email that he gave me. And this one I can't position to conceal the some stuff here. Let's see, what's another piece that I want to read through that? Yeah, with the thing I said about a surge on the telephone line blowing up the router, I wasn't downstairs when it happened, but the router literally went bang from what I was told, and it did not work afterwards and smelled of smoke. Been there, done that, have seen that happen to devices. A power line adapter was plugged into the router, also stopped working immediately after the incident. I seem to remember another piece that I'm missing there. Oh well, I guess that's all. All right. Let's hit an ad break. I think we're going to call it a wrap right there. I'm not going to do that client story this time either. Take a quick look at chat and then we'll shut down. Yeah, V's not working anymore. That is turned off until I get around to doing something else with it. In fact, I took it off this list up here. It's no longer in this list, right? Yeah, no longer. Let's see, that orange that I saw up there, I think. Oh, Jeff Ryman took the preview for Windows 10 last night. No trouble so far. Yeah, the point that people might make that I've done it on this machine, this a bunch of machines and never had trouble. That doesn't mean nobody ever anywhere will have trouble. And I have a lot of stuff on my computers that other people don't have. I have a lot of out-of-the-box stuff. If anyone's going to have trouble, it's more likely going to. I'm probably going to be a little bit higher on the percentile for that. So I'm going to wait for them to come to me. Also, my clients, they have software that is oddball stuff. That like I've told you about the FHA, the HUD subsidized housing. They have an oddball software, Internet Explorer or Edge and Internet Explorer mode. And there's lots of other things that are old legacy programs. Those are all out of the box things. I will wait for a Windows update to deliver to all of the computers under my purview. It does not matter that other people are with their computers are reporting not having troubles. That's not going to make a change to my caution because of the nature of the computers that I work with and that I have. That's Doug doing Doug. Okay, I think that'll do it. That was an interesting response on that button. Oh, I know why. Okay. Yeah, there we go. SpeakerBot is on hold for 2 minutes, so you're not going to interrupt the thing at the end. Have a great day, everybody. I will catch you later. Goodbye.
That's all, folks.